AMD reported second quarter revenue of $11.54 billion. This beat the analyst consensus estimate of $11.28 billion. The chipmaker reported adjusted earnings of $166 per share for the quarter. That beat the consensus estimate of $161 per share, according to Benzinga Pro. Total revenue increased 50% on a year-over-year basis. Here's a breakdown of the revenue by segment, as we do every quarter. Data center came in at $6.7 billion. That's up 107% year over year. Client and gaming came in at $3.8 billion. That's up 6%. Embedded just shy of $1 billion at $977 million, still up 19% year over year. AMD reported $2 billion of second quarter operating income and ended the period with approximately $5.09 billion in cash and cash equivalents and $8.03 billion in short-term investments. Quote, "We delivered an excellent quarter with record revenue and profitability as data center revenue more than doubled year over year," end quote. That came from Lisa Su, chair and CEO of AMD. She went on to say, "We enter the second half with strong momentum as EPYC demand accelerates, Instinct deployment scale, and Helios begins to ramp. More broadly, AI is driving significant expansion in our demand for compute across all of our markets," end quote. AMD expects third quarter revenue of approximately $13 billion, plus or minus $300 million. That's versus an estimate of $12.52 billion. Third quarter adjusted gross margin is expected to be approximately 56%, which is in line with the second quarter. Now, just to kind of finish up here with AMD, on Tuesday, those shares actually fell sharply in after-hours trading, despite the beat that we just talked about. Analysts said investors had been looking for more of a dramatic AI-driven outlook tied to the company's Helios platform. So right away, I would kick this down the road here a little bit. Helios is going to be something that folks are looking for out of their next earnings report. My takeaway from the AMD earnings report this time is this is no longer a gaming story. We had talked before about NVIDIA really kind of being the king of AI and all of this. AMD, while they haven't closed that gap completely, AMD represents a significant part of compute. They are absolutely a huge pillar of the AI trade, and gaming now, which has really kind of carried AMD, that is a secondary, almost an afterthought at this point. That's at least my takeaway from this report so far. We'll see how it continues to shape up. Futurum Group CEO Daniel Newman said AMD's results were solid, but the market had been expecting a stronger forecast driven by Helios, the company's upcoming rack-scale AI platform. Quote, "AMD earnings were good," end quote. Okay. Newman wrote that on X and went on to say, "Market wanted a blowout guide driven by Helios," end quote. He added that AMD has historically taken a conservative approach, even when it has visibility into future growth. Patrick Moorhead, founder and chief analyst at More Insights and Strategy, cautioned investors against drawing conclusions before reviewing AMD's full earnings call and question and answer session. Big time shout out to Pro. You can actually get that transcript, transcribe it, and have AI help you with it. Just saying. Moorhead noted that AMD's data center business doubled year over year during the second quarter, while Helios had not yet begun contributing meaningfully. He said Helios shipments are starting now, with volumes expected to ramp in the fourth quarter. AMD spent $808 million on capital expenditures during the quarter. That was up from $282 million a year earlier and $389 million in the first quarter. Futurum Equity's chief market strategist, Shea Ballur, said the spending supports AMD's expanding AI ambitions, including its EPYC server processors and the Helios system. Quote, "AMD delivered a strong quarter into an almost perfect bar, but the market fixated on CapEx, more than doubling from $389 million to $808 million, end quote. Yeah, you think? Ballur said the higher investment could weigh on near-term sentiment, but may be necessary for AMD to build enough capacity to pursue the rapid growth it expects in that server market. So we'll see what AMD does here. I know that there were a lot of lofty price targets on it. I don't think those are out of the question. I think the AI trade is back. I think we've pulled back on some of these, and that actually kind of reset the valuation somewhat. I am not ready to say that these all need to become crashing down. And despite what several folks in our happy hour think about perhaps the top being in for the year on some of these names, I'm not too sure.